All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first multi-district virtual project fair. This one here, we get to explore projects in Bolivia. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm district governor here in District 7610, Amelia Stansel. We cover Northern and Central Virginia here in the United States. And it's an honor to be able to host this tonight and to be able to put this together. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But I'd like to also say welcome to my fellow district governors and past district governors that are on the call or that are to watch later, fellow members, both here in my district and around the world that are popping in, as well as we have some non-Rotarians that are going to join us tonight as well. So I want to say welcome to all of you to this event. That's a joint between 7610, District 7610 here, and District 4690 in Bolivia. I want to I guess first, as we're going through, give kind of a little bit of background on how we got to this point. Several of you on the screen, I joined you. I joined you on going on a wheelchair delivery project in Bolivia, the end of October and beginning of December, or beginning of November, with my husband Troy, who was over my shoulder a minute ago. And as we went through delivering projects or delivering wheelchairs to children and adults around the country, we had our eyes open to a lot of different opportunities to serve and potential projects while we were there. Fellow Rotarians took us to visit dialysis centers and burn centers and hospitals, and we saw these needs. And it really weighed heavy on me. The last day after most everybody had already left because we came late, so we stayed a couple of days late. I was laying in bed kind of praying on, okay, what am I supposed to do with what I've seen? And I felt the urge that I was supposed to do a project fair of some sort, which I've never done before. Our district hasn't done it in any recent memory, at least. But I really felt I was supposed to do this. But in order to do it, I would have to meet the District Rotary Foundation chair from the partner district from 4690. Now, those of you that aren't from Bolivia may not realize the entire country is one district. So finding the Rotary District Foundation chair is like finding a needle in a haystack. There is one person I needed to meet in the entire country to pull this off. So 2 hours later, Fernando, who you'll meet in a few minutes, zipped into the hotel and picked up Troy and I to whisk us to the hotel or to the airport. And we're like, just drop us off at the curb. We've got this. It's not a problem. It's just another airport. It's like, no, I'll take you in. I'll take you in. So he takes us in and we're standing there checking in at the airport. And he's like, Amelia, I want you to meet Nicholas. He was a Rotaractor who's now a Rotarian. I said, okay, great. Meet this guy. Where are you going? I'm going to Evanston. Oh, okay. Going to the mothership, chatting a little bit about, he's on the technology committee for Rotary International. We chatted about that. We said, oh, okay, well, let's go grab some coffee while we wait for our flight because we're on the same flight. And we talked for about an hour and 20 minutes of our hour and 30 minutes to kill. And he goes, well, what did you learn when you were here? What did you see? And so I was sharing with him some of the needs that I saw. And he said, well, if there's ever anything I could do, I'm the District Rotary Foundation chair. Like literally I needed to meet one person in the entire country, and I'm having coffee with him complaining about Rotary's technology. But we're sitting there talking about this, like this is the person I needed to meet. So we said, all right, let's have a conversation. So I put together my thoughts as we flew back up here. And I sent him like, here's the idea of doing this project fair. What do you think? And that's how we got here tonight, was really seeing a need and being Rotarians, being people of action. This is what we do. We don't just go, that's a bummer, somebody else should do that. We lean in and we say, how do we help solve this? And the way that we help solve it is by bringing in all of you and everybody who's going to watch these videos later to say, let's be part of this. So it is an absolute honor and a joy to see so many friends on here, people that have traveled with us when we went down to Bolivia, friends that I met there, new friends from around my district and really around the US. So thank you all for taking the time to be on tonight. I want to give you just a brief overview.
Thank you for all the Rotarians and non-Rotarians that are here tonight. It's a truly honor to be in this first Rotary online project fair. I would like to begin expressing my deepest gratitude for the lovely Governor District Amelia for her generosity, leadership, and commitment with service. Thank you so much. And thank you all of the presenters that today they are Rotarians that are really passionate about what they are doing, about gathering the information on their communities. They have a great understanding of what's going on in their communities. And they have created these projects that we're going to show us today, and hopefully we can engage and we can work together and make something really important, interesting, and amazing for our communities. Let me share one piece of information that I think it's quite important. In Bolivia, in this last 2 years, we are having some issues with the dollar exchange, no? So our projects has been changed a little bit, and we are working much better and doing more partnership with Rotarians from other parts of the world, no? I will give you an example. We are working on a community that is called Camargo, near Potosi in Bolivia. We are bringing a new equipment. And what we're doing is Rotarians from the United States are buying the machine in the United States, shipping it to here, and the Rotarians here are just transporting the equipment, installing and doing all the work with the people that work in the hospital. No, that is the best way we find to work with this problem that we are having with the exchange of dollars at the moment. No.
I am Fernando from Rotary Club Silvari. In this time, I will speak through Rotary from my club, from Rotary Club Sao and Rotary Club San Obispo San Esteban. As Nicolas introduced in the first time, many years ago, actually in the 2020, that it was the last mission that we had prior the COVID issues that we had around the world that stopped everything, even the Starking Foundation that we were planning on that time, stopped everything around the world. So there were a lot of needs with patients that has several issues with hearing aids. As Nicolas introduced, this time, we are looking again to make it happen again. So for that reason, we are working together with the 3 clubs. This time, the name is Sounds Hopes for Santa Cruz de la Sierra. It's a state in Bolivia, as the other projects. Well, as Nicolas mentions, we are talking about for this time, a difference from the prior years, we have several agreements with the major local, not just for the cities, for the whole state, the governor. So the governor manage all the data and the information of the patient that needs, or especially the age that needs these patients. And this time, we are talking and we are planning to work with the kids, especially with kids that are in school. It's difficult for the kids to start learning about pronunciation, reading, speaking, things like that. So imagine when one sentence missing, so it's so difficult. So especially we have few centers specialized in that for this kind of child. So you can see here some pictures of the private missions and still need that. So we are focused to the area of disease and prevention and treatment and basic education for these kids. Okay, so what is the main objective? Providing access to hearing aids, this time for 300 children and adolescents in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. This initiative aims to support economically disadvantaged students from the 1st to 6th grade secondary school by guiding them to access hearing aids. By addressing hearing disabilities, we seek to reduce the barriers to academic success and enhance their overall education experience, empowering them to reach their full potential. As most of you know, that special medical hearing aids has a really high price. Not the ones that we saw on the internet, these hearing aids. No, these are special hearing aids, medical special hearing aids that you can personalize for this kid. So this hearing aids is digital. So the specific objective of this is to promote the effective use of the hearing aids. What we want is not only to give the hearing aids, okay, that's all. No, we want to make totally sure that the kids receive the hearing aids and really use efficiently, so they can get all the better improvement for the better understanding. Enhances social and facility integration. As you know, many patients has hearing aid loss. Is rather to a small groups and only with the family, so not integrated with the rest of the society. So because for this loss, so we want to work with that to avoid that and to integrate to the society, but also not only the kids, also the parents, the guardians, and the teachers, because it's very important. This works when we work together. The students, in this case, the children, the facility, and the parents, because we want to make that children, the kid, the patient that will receive the hearing aids really use it and get all the improvement with that equipment. You can see prior pictures from the missions that we had priorly. In one of them, you can see Nicolas. He was country coordinator. One of the goals that we have here is to provide clinical rehabilitative treatment to people suffering from physical disability. As we know, hearing loss is a physical disability. To support AIMED program and strengthen the capacity of communities to provide basic education and literacy to all their members. So we are very improved to gather this achievement to help the kids to grow. What is the budget for this one? As the Nicolas mentioned, the idea is to work again with Starkey to provide the hearing aids. You can see some of the expenses here that most of the price expense is in the hearing aids and the custom taxes. And then the other are the capacity. We want to teach the students, the parents, the teachers, how they have to take care of the hearing aids, how they have to use, because that's very important, especially how to take care. Make the special materials and other related to that. This is the budget that we have until now from the Rotary Club, Sirari, Prisman Valley from Oak Park, and the River Forest. We have in cash 6,500. The FDD is 11,500. Until now, we have 27,200. We need more. We need 27,200 missing. So we are here to gather that to make really this happen again. We are planning to make this happen this year. What is the sustainability for this project? As we mentioned, it's very important. It's not only to give the hearing aids to the kids and the parents, okay, that's all. No, we want to make that the hearing aids really works, the kids really use it, and the parents really take care of this. And for that, we are going to teach and introduce it. But also, we make a long-term agreement with Audible, that is a company that is a direct provider from Starkey that has the concession and the distribution of these hearing aids. Also, they will give a special price discount of 500 with the 50% with the maintenance of these equipments, and also the ASOCRUZ, that is association that gather all the patients that has hearing loss, especially the parents. We will work together with this for the parts when sometimes some parts broke and needed to replace. So the idea is to have all this together, working the hearing aids all the time. One thing that is very important with this is when you receive the hearing aids, that hearing aid works until for many, many years. That's the idea for this. So if you need further information, please, as you know, the main contact for this, for the Tristic is Nicolas Salles and Tamara Aguayo. Also, if you need more information, you can see in the showcase page with the name Rotary Sounds Hopes. You can fully know more information, more detailed about the expense or the cost. So please, if anything is needed, I am here to any question. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Fernando. That looks like an awesome project. Opening up for questions from the floor. And I can't see anybody, so you'll have to just come off mute and ask.
Yeah, did I do the math correctly? You had 300 kids getting hearing aids for about 26,000. That breaks down to about 80 some bucks per set of hearing aids.
Exactly. We have these 300 kids because we gather an agreement with a major governor here. So we are working with the association, in this case, ASOCRUZ. So they have the patients, they have locally listed because they work and they are part of that.
Fernando, the question is $26,000. If you divide that in 300 patients, it's $86 per
Patient.
hearing aid or per patient. Can you explain that, please?
Is per hearing aid.
That seems really inexpensive. That's amazing.
See, exactly. Starkey is giving us a special price discount. Sorry to cut you, Nicholas.
Yeah, sorry. And something important that it's digital hearing aids. It's not analogic, no. So the price it's quite low. When we worked with this foundation, the Starkey Foundation, they were given the 100% of the amount of the hearing aids, no. That was before the pandemic, but then the pandemic, their cost was too high and they couldn't afford doing more of these projects anymore. So now they have these other options that they are asking people if they want to work with the Starkey Foundation to buy, but a very low cost these hearing aids, no?
Especially that digital. That's a very, very important improvement. Digital with not digital all equipment. We are talking digital of last technology, one of the last technology. That's very important. So the kids will have a very special equipment that will really help a lot. And something that I will add when we made this like 5 years ago, they were a kids that we provided a hearing aid. They have on that time 4 years old. They didn't speak. We saw him last year walking on the street when I traveled to La Paz because he came to La Paz to receive the hearing aid. He was the best student in his school, in his classroom, and he was speaking normally. And that's something that we made. So that's something what we can repeat that again. So we have the expertise and the experience, and this time we have a very special equipment to achieve this.
That's awesome. Other questions?
Yeah, hey, this is Pete Anderson. Just a quick question on the hearing aids. Are they rechargeable or do they require batteries? And if they require batteries, how affordable are the batteries for the people down there and accessible?
Okay, the hearing aids are with batteries, are not rechargeable. And the first year, the hearing aids we have without cost batteries. And then the rest of the years, they have a special discount with the batteries, not the regular price. They will have really a special price because Starkey idea is not only, they are working with the same mind of the Starkey Foundation because they are gathering to work with people that can afford this equipment because of the high price that we know we have this equipment. So the idea is to have, and they know that Rotary know how to reach these people and these patients. So this equipment we have 1 year of battery, and the rest we have a special discount battery cost price, exactly, not with any income, nothing.